You wouldn't believe how generous folks have been. Let's take a look at this trailer right here. If you look inside, there's lots of items here that are all being sent to those who need it most. We have things that were donated from toothpaste. The busiest mailing day of the year sees the Postal Service processing more than 800 million pieces of mail, which is 40% more than what they process in a typical day. It's easy to see why pedestrians have to step off the curb. Here at the corner of University and College, Maine, the sidewalk is only 60 inches wide. It's a new trend being seen not only here but across the state as well, as cash-strapped school districts look at new ways to bring in more money. College Station IC officials believe ads just like this one will bring in around $44,000 in the first school year alone. Attendees hope a good words up there will bring some real rain down here. In fact, they're so faithful it will rain, everyone was asked to bring an umbrella. As you can see behind me right now, fans are already starting to trickle in here at Bowers Stadium. This afternoon, more than 8,500 tickets had sold. Indeed, John Billy Kennedy cut to the chase this afternoon and said he has already got his eye on the prize, that is, to win national championships. There's nothing quite like the great outdoors of Texas. Unfortunately, not as many people are spending much time in the outdoors at state parks. More ducks than people were visiting Bisher State Park in Bastrop, which isn't surprising for a Tuesday in December. This park was spared from fire this summer. Things are slowly coming back to life at Bastrop State Park. Linda and Dave Schrum were just getting settled into their camper during a months-long vacation from home in Canada.
We would like to see all aspects of the Texas landscape.
One landscape they didn't know about before was the one destroyed by summer wildfires.
And started thinking, wow, we didn't even know whether the place was going to be open.
Yeah, but the signs weren't, blocked out. Yeah. So we just kept coming.
As Bastrop State Park reopens for business, the cleanup continues too. Now this blue spray paint means that these trees will get to stay. In the meantime, contractors are hauling and chipping away the tons of dead trees, while other volunteers like Megan Helton with Environmental Corps American Youth Works are working to clean the park up one trail at a time for the next year.
We will be felling hazard trees. We'll be focusing on erosion control.
There's a lot of the park that's still green, still looks good, or it even looks better, that's been cleaned up a little bit. The entire park's not gone.
We're headed west from here, so we'll do the state parks all the way.
The state is hoping for more business like the Shrums, and in all they need $4.6 million to help keep state parks like these open. In Bastrop, Clay Falls, News 3.
He likes dancing cages.
Meet Cruz. He's an energetic pit bull terrier that loves people, that's also deaf.
And he has a sweet disposition, so we're looking forward to the trip.
Cruz, like many of us, has had some travels this month. A few days back, he disappeared from his family's yard in Oklahoma City. Somehow, some way, he wound up at the Bryan Animal Center after he was picked up in town.
They had just rescued him from a shelter in Oklahoma City. They put him out in the backyard, and he disappeared and found his way to Bryan. So we feel like Santa Claus.
Bryan City Council member Ann Horton, her husband and daughter were planning on going to Oklahoma City to see family and wanted to help. While they don't know exactly how Cruz got down here to Bryan, the Horton family's making sure he's back in Oklahoma in time for Christmas. They left Thursday morning on the homeward bound journey of more than 350 miles back to the Sooner State.
Well, I let him out there in my backyard for like 10 minutes. I go back and check on him, and he is gone.
Cynthia Rodriguez looked for Cruz for 2 hours after he disappeared with no luck. A few days later, she got a phone call.
I said, where are you? Where are you so I can go pick him up? And she was like, well, I'm in Texas. I said, wow, how did he get over there?
Since she, her 4-year-old daughter Kimberly, and husband couldn't come down to Texas, the Hortons came to her.
I'm Sarah.
I think it's just, one of those warm, fuzzy Christmas stories, and we're just happy that we get to be a part of it.
Yeah, he's back. Thank God. And he's so happy to be back with us. Yes! It's going to be a nice Christmas for us this year.
A Christmas with Cruz. In Bryan, Clay Falls, News 3.
And Clay, they are in for a long night.
That's right, Meredith. The Aggie faithful are out tonight in force for a shot at tickets, which are limited. There are 1,250 reserved seats available for students at a cost of $125 and 2,000 standing room only spirit passes available for $50 each. Now, despite the cold evening, many folks here are actually camping out in style. An outdoor adventure of Aggie-tastic proportions kicked off Tuesday night at Kyle Field.
Well, as of right now, we're on the 10th line, and then we're like number 60. So, and we have, I think, total pooling with us is like 8 people, but only about 5 or 6 of us are actually going to participate in camping out.
Lauren Slayton is a junior at A&M and started pitching her group's makeshift tent before sundown.
We bought some tarps, and we're going to place them around each side of our little homemade tent we have going on just to block the wind because it's pretty cold out here. And we have a little portable heater and some blankets.
Others are passing the time playing video games during their time camping on the concrete.
Keep simulating the Cotton Bowl game, actually, playing A&M and LSU in the Cotton Bowl Stadium right now. So, pretty fun to kill the time. Great way. Junior Matt Zamora, as well as everyone we spoke with, thinks they have a good shot at walking away with tickets to the big game in Arlington. Oh, very optimistic. Yeah, we got here pretty early. There were some people in line already. We're probably about number 6 on the list right now, so pretty confident. We're going for the 125 tickets, so yeah, I'm really excited. And for you Aggie parents watching at home, don't worry. It wasn't all fun and games at the campout. Al Agner and his roommate were learning by lantern light.
Well, I guess we're having fun, yeah. It's having fun before it gets too cold out here. I know that much. It's freezing. But yeah, just trying to get the studying done. Figure we'd get as much studying done up here waiting on tickets just as we would at the house, so might as well.
We're just hoping that we get tickets to the Cotton Bowl and Gig 'em Aggies.
And the bowl pull begins Thursday morning at 7. Reporting live at Kyle Field, Clay Falls, News 3.
Okay, thanks, Clay.
A violent crash is caught on tape on busy Martin Luther King Jr. Street in Bryan. A camera at the King Mart convenience store recorded it all. This pickup truck stopped in the street to allow 2 passengers to get out. 29-year-old Melvin Workman had just stepped out of the truck when a City of Bryan street sweeper plowed into the back of the pickup. Brandon Hall was waiting to take his cousin Melvin to work when the crash happened right beside him.
When Melvin was exiting the vehicle, at the point of impact, he was hoisted in front of the truck that he was actually in, and then it hoisted him maybe 8 foot to the curb from the middle of the road, or from where they were stopped.
Leroy Lewis, another bystander, ran over to see what was happening.
I heard the impact. By the time I came out, I seen a male. He was kind of crawling, up onto the grass area right here.
Workman was seriously injured in the crash and taken to St. Joseph Regional Health Center in Bryan. Another passenger and the driver of the street sweeper were also taken to the hospital. Detectives from Bryan PD were called to investigate the wreck.
There's no way to determine that right now. There's a lot of things we have to look into as to who's at fault. All we know right now is that the city vehicle rear-ended the truck in front of it. It's a split-second incident that Bryan police will now have to figure out who made a mistake. In Bryan, Clay Falls, News 3. A Burleson County home goes up in flames on one of the stormiest days of the year.
Basically shock, I guess, is the most accurate phrase.
Joey Scrivonic is still surveying the damage at his family's home. The Scrivonic ranch house had been vacant since his mother Grace passed away in 2010.
Not a lot that they could do. We've had multiple fire departments here, so we really appreciate their help, and not a lot that they could do as a result, but it's personal stuff.
More than 20 area firefighters battled the blaze at the house on Highway 21, halfway between Cooks Point and the Brazos River. While no one was living in the home, it was fully furnished.
Certainly my mother's things, some of the older pictures of, like, you have a great-grandmother picture, so 100-something-year-old pictures and that sort of thing.
Firefighters had to fall back several times as they battled this massive blaze because of the dangerous weather and these unpredictable gusty winds.
The wind shifted, it changed factors. You got to step back and check your defensive.
Caldwell Fire Chief David Peavyhouse tells us 2 firefighters were treated and released from Burleson Regional Health Center after part of the upstairs collapsed on them.
That upstairs ceiling gave away. knocking 2 of them down. The rest of the RIT team went up. We got them out.
While still stunned, Joey Scrivonic is grateful no one was seriously hurt.
We very much appreciate all their help.
The fire raged from corner to corner and roof to ceiling, leaving the home a shell of its once beautiful self. In Burleson County, Clay Falls, News 3. He has a medium to heavy build, and he was wearing light-colored denim jeans with a dark-colored hoodie jacket. He also had a baseball cap on with the letter P on it, and he had white tennis shoes with dark-colored markings. Now, at this time, we do not know the condition of the 12-year-old. She was stabbed one time, though, and was taken to the College Station Medical Center. We'll keep you updated throughout the newscast as we get more details on this case. Reporting live in College Station, Clay Falls, News 3.